What's up in the house, party people? Let's get started on another daily progress video. In this one, I just did about 4 hours of very tedious line cleanup. I'll show you in just a bit. Working on that silhouette, and then... Okay, to be honest, I recorded this bit of a commentary already, but I forgot to turn my mic on. So I'm going to be looking at this video and trying to figure out what the heck I was saying. But yeah. Yeah, showing you where I cleaned up the lines. And then I started to break them down into their poses instead of parametrics. So that's a pose. I think I'm going to show you how yeah. So I was showing you can change your head with the pose that you selected. Right? Super easy. You can make a lot of quick changes that way. Saves a lot of like recoloring if you were to just do the sketch by sketch by sketch. That's what I found out my 4th time around. Oh, this is our 3rd file. This is what I was saying. I made 2 files. The old one that you saw was the one with layers. This one is the 3rd one where I flattened down the layers. And every pose has all the information. So like I don't have to keep turning certain layers on and off, trying to remember what happened. It helps with it's just a personal thing to help you go faster. And at this stage, I'm not making like huge fills, I'm not trying to like drastically change his pose, so it makes sense. So when I was exporting these, just to kind of see how it flows together, because with the visual novel they just they change very like quickly. If you take a look at the knees at the bottom, they kept changing. And that ain't good. So if we go back to that folder me, thank you. I made a layer just for the knees and aligned all the flattened poses to that. See? Knees don't change, and it helps with keeping the character in place and not jittering around. I'm sure I had something intelligent to say at this point. I just can't remember what. Yeah. So yeah. If you're wondering how I grouped this, like you see like hand splayed, rows, hips, cross, I grouped them by the biggest amount of change that would have to happen, instead of by hair. Because like, when I'm doing these costumes, I can make big changes based on that, and then like I can make little layers to alter what needs to be done for the hair. So we're going into another layer of parametrics. So that would have been like 5 layers of parametrics had we kept this all in the same file, but that is just way too hard to maintain and like go fast in. So it's good to like make these progress files as you're going through to like just flatten down the things that you don't need to work on anymore, and so you can go faster. That's the key. Like, given enough time you can do anything. You don't always have time. I work full-time and I'm doing this and for another like this takes up another large portion of the day. Now I'm showing you with certain poses here. I've already broken down the costume sketch layer and the rear cape. So I can just turn them on and off. Yep. And then this will show you. I got 29 poses, not 23. These are called base poses, in that like they've got like the full body gesture going on. Visual novel characters oftentimes just change the facial expressions too, like instead of like a frown, he's smiling in one. Those are called emotions. So emotions plus base poses are the total number of character states that you can have for a visual novel. He's up to 29, so he's gonna have more than 29 states. At least that's how I'm building it in my app, that every state is a different frame. Right, so the next stage will be to work on the different costumes, then the emotions, and then we get to shading. After shading, we're gonna flatten it, do one last quality check before putting it into programming. So still a long way to go, especially since I have 23 base poses of costume 1, and I'm gonna have 3 costumes, so that's 29 times 3 plus emotions, so that could be over 100 sprites for Warrick. Anyways, I'll see you later!